start us off. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll give it to the back. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Off play action. Extending the play. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This pass rush is real, man. They force the quarterback, they flush him out to the left, and he's trying to scramble around, find an open guy. They still are able to get a hit on him, and that forces the incompletion.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, UT San Antonio. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
What a play by the defense, coming out early in the game on the very first drive and setting the tone. Not just forcing a 3 and out, not just forcing a punt. How about creating a turnover and taking it to the house? Pick 6.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Caught in the backfield. It's Love. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
The play action fake. Quickly out to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
To the ground to try to move the chains. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on third down. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Slings it downfield. And they gambled in their own end, turn it over on downs, and now the other offense is set up.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people...
There he goes! They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Roadrunners come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Brown will throw it. Here comes the heat. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, UTSA.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback...
total weather and we'll get started. He'll bring it out. It's Brooks. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. Brown wants to pass. Here's the heat. And the Roadrunners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass. Under fire. Finds his man down the middle. Jumped on top of the pile.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
So already a challenge on this opening drive. It's 3rd and 9. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time that's what forced the incomplete.
So we're scoreless, their first drive of the game, and this coach is wasting no time taking a gamble by going for it on 4th down in his own territory. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires on the move. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's 4th and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in a really good position.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
The Volunteers want to pick up the tempo. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's stopping behind the line of scrimmage. He ran through one guy, but not through the rest.
And on that situation on the 1-yard line, the defense brings so many guys. Palmer gets in the backfield, creates the negative play.
Yeah, I think we're seeing the overall athleticism.
Trying to get it in. Touchdown, Volunteers! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. Receiver. Brown will throw it. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
Back to pass on 2nd down. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got them backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
And the Volunteers are threatening on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Getting set for the point after. The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Fielded in the end zone, it's Brooks. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. 90 yards in front of them as they start the drive at their own 10. Brown wants to pass. Finds the tight end. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Throws to the back. Catch in the middle, it's Robinson. They finally get him on the ground, but that's the kind of play that will carry momentum into the second quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still in the first half.
Tight end finds a soft spot. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. So they're not comfortable with their field goal kicker from here, so the offense will go for it on fourth down. He wants to change this route. On fourth down, looking to pass. Converts on fourth down, still going. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. This offense has been sluggish, to say the least, but finally they're on the move on 1st and 10. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
He is like a loose boulder just rolling to the 32.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Got his man downfield. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. The Roadrunners want to crank the tempo. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. This offense needs a little something to feel good about going to halftime, a chance to chip away here on 1st and goal. Brown will throw it. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Looking for the goal line. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Power ahead. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Roadrunners.
But the one thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a one-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And the 35 has got more. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Wants to go up top on first down. The sure hands, it's Love. Still on his feet at the 45. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Looking downfield on first down. Throws to the tight end. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he
throws toward the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the...
Picked off to stop the threat. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT.
Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Quarterback making checks. Brown wants to pass. Gets it out fast. He picks up 4. That'll leave them with 3rd and 6. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Passing game very effective on 2nd down. What about here on 3rd? From the gun, wants to pass. Got it in the middle. It's Robinson. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught near the sticks. It's Robinson. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. High the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. Release to the back. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Trying to take it back. Touchdown ball! And they turn it into a defensive score.
And that's the way you execute on offense, man. You keep your foot on the gas. Try to make this a two-score game. You do with that touchdown. This offense executing beautifully. The defense is going to have to find something in the second half to get some stops.
On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Looking for space. It's Robinson. He has the first and still on his feet. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll ride the hot hand. At midfield, he's got room. Breaks away in the middle. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, UT San Antonio. He got a step and just dusted the field.
That's a huge play for the offense because it keeps this thing one possession. They're going to be receiving first in the third quarter, and if they can keep this thing moving, all of a sudden they may have the lead here very soon.
And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. And the Roadrunners will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So here is the Tennessee offense. Direct snap. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Underneath toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Volunteer. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Sometimes you see play action for teams that don't really even run the football. I love how they run the football, set it up. Next play, take the big shot down the field. The receiver makes the play, makes the catch, and runs it into the end zone.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Brooks. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great. So I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Brown will throw it. Got his man. Breaks into the open. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. The Roadrunners will hustle to the line.
It's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Right down the middle. A strike downfield. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. And the Roadrunners will snap it on 1st and 10. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's 2nd down. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up a first down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Brought down, but not before he bowled his way inside the 10 to the 8.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes that do it with ease.
Brown wants to pass. Looking for the score. Touchdown, UTSA. You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He's got great speed. Got a little room. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He won't get it. It's a touchdown. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space, great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you can see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
Coming out with it, it's Brooks. There's no possible explanation for bringing that one out of the end zone, and they've got horrible field position at the 5. First play of this drive comes from the 5-yard line. To the air on first down. And they got him for a safety.
Oh, and how about this defense? Understanding where they are in the field. They got a chance to put points on the board, and they did.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. Looking to throw on first down. He hurls one left side. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down to the 14. That big play has this defense reeling, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 14. Rushes on him. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Back to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Tennessee! And the route is on.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. UTSA takes over and the offense ready to hit the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up the safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had it. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some 1st downs together. Get some good mojo going.
Brown will throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Finds his open man. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Moss. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Mark it at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. The Roadrunners have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. The throw. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
And it's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
They get to him as he throws. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And the Roadrunners in the hurry-up.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is.
Fires toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense, to stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to them, and keeping this offense on schedule.
Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Brown wants to pass. Moving out of the pocket. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
And it's incomplete as he tried to nestle that ball in along the sideline.
And it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the football. Don't throw that thing to the other team.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Now the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be 3rd down.
You're not going to see that happen too often. The quarterback, man, he was licking his chops. He saw a big space in the middle of the field. He had his best receiver there ready to make a play, and he dropped it.
Intercepted, and finally, this defense makes a play. Got room on the return. Finally brought down. But what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. Back to pass, it's Chang. Unleashes to the end zone. Oh, it's picked off.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
And the Vols with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down.
Yeah, it's make or break time for this defense now. They got to get a stop, and if that's bringing more bodies in, bringing more beef in, they're running the football right up the gut.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. So now it's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He's not afraid to go deep. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Throws for the tight end. Working the middle. Turning it on. Inside the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all away. Touchdown ball. Is there anything this dude can't do? He's channeling his inner Condridge Holloway, Heath Schuler, or dare I say, the great Peyton Manning.
I bet he can't lead the band, Reese. I bet he's not allowed to do that. He's having himself a day, but he's not there yet. But, man, putting up some stats, doing what he wants. This offense is absolutely cooking.
He'll start the return inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Pulls and fires complete. Open space at the 25. Running free. And what a huge chunk play for this offense. Just exactly what you need to move the ball down the field. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. Uncorks one to the middle. Throw toward the end zone. Picked off right at the goal line. Bringing it back. The defense making a play to put an exclamation point on this one, and that ought to do it.
And it's just a bad decision by the quarterback. I get that he's outside the pocket, the play's breaking down, but you can't force it into your top receiver. If he's not open, you got to throw it away, and the defense took advantage with the intercept.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. The Vols with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
After this, it'll be a wrap. Oh, they're after him. And this will be incomplete as the game comes to a close. Well, they say you win a few, you lose a few, and some get rained out. Would have been good for this team if this one had gotten rained out because they lost badly.
Yeah, not a lot to be too proud about in this one here. Good news is you get to go back to the drawing board. You get to go back, you get to have another week of practice as a coaching staff, try and find ways to get players in position to go out and make plays. Gonna need a big locker room speech after this one, David.
Yeah, and you're going to watch this tape, and it's going to hurt because you're going to watch them with coaches, and you're going to see the mess-ups and all the things you could have done better, but you got to learn from it. You got to get better. You got to grow, and that's how that works.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Roadrunners will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it out. It's Love. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job by the defense shutting down all the options and making sure it wasn't easy to read. Nice job going to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
On On 2nd and 10, he full wide out set, trips right. Finds space on the right. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
And that's the dangerous part about this offense, man. They'll get the ball out to a receiver. They can do that. They can make plays after the catch. Hard to bring down, hard to tackle. That's why this offense can be so explosive.
The explosive play set the table. Now they got to serve the feast. Pushes toward the goal line. Touchdown, West Virginia. Great job by the back on the option.
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Brooks. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. From the gun, to give, looking for room. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Roadrunners have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. After run, now throw. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. He's going to fire deep. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit and coverage that forces the incompletion.
He'll take another shot here. And they can't connect a costly turnover on downs.
What a great job by this defense. You get 3rd down stop, and you're like, yes, put my hand in the air, 4th down, force a punt. They go for it, and you get a stop and set your offense up in great field position already. Nice job by this defense.
He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. The Mountaineers headed quickly to the line. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Touchdown, Mountaineers. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. So the kickoff team will come out after they turned in a score on that last drive. He'll bring it out. It's Brooks. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. The give to the back.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front. As a result, they lose yardage.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Under fire. He'll pull it down and run. Across the 25. He's got room. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
On the third play of the drive, third down, is the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Brown will throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Working on the right. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and West Virginia has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. They've got a first down here to open the period. Here's the handoff. Not much there on the run. He gets one to the 31.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like we just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Pressure coming. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Pocket breaking down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Complete. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12. The Roadrunners come to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Roadrunners. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the game.
Oh, they block it. He's got it, and he can go with it. The 50, the 40, the 20. He takes it all the way back for the defensive two-point conversion.
I love the effort by the field goal unit. They don't just take the play off. They don't hang their heads. They rush the extra point. Look at that. Get their hand up, get a paw on it, pick it up, and take it all the way back for 2 points and gain some momentum for this defense.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Bob. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Finding open areas. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. And the Mountaineers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run the option. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. The Mountaineers are facing 3rd and inches. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Quarterback keeps it. There he goes. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
Yeah, dude, if I'm a DC, I'm throwing my clipboard. I'm throwing my hands up in the air. What do you want me to do? I mean, this is unbelievable. Having a guy this dynamic at the quarterback spot that can take it 50-plus and make it look that easy. You stop.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Brooks. Slips through the line. He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, UT San Antonio. No guts, no glory. Caught it in the end zone. Didn't hesitate for a millisecond to take that thing back, and boy, did it pay off.
And this is why kickoff returns are so exciting. There's so much space between you and the other team flying down the field. The only time you're going to be provided that much space, and you could tell he knew what to do with that space. Kicked on the Jets by Felicia.
Coming out with it, it's locked. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. Gives it on the option. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Robinson looking to pass. He's got it down the right side. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
And this offense showing off the explosiveness, the big play down the field. This is so big because what it makes defenses do to react now. Now you scare them. Now you make them drop back a little bit. So that big passing.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Going to swing it on second down. Looking down the middle. Complete to the left. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Tough run gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
Well, good decision there by the QB. A little zone read action. He reads the defensive end crashing down, keeps it himself, gets a nice chunk of yards.
And when you do that, you sort of get the drive going or keep it going, as the case may be. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On third and long, try to convert through the air. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And this offense put together a really good drive, man. Like, that was a good drive, but third down in the red zone when the field starts to shrink, they really struggle to try to find a play to get someone open.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger. And the Mountaineers will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Brooks. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone and you're stopped at the 8. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. But they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
Really good job by the defense getting to the quarterback and getting him on the ground for no gain. It's tough. Once you get there and get pressure, it's so hard to get these guys on the ground because they're elusive. Really good job wrapping him up and getting to the ground.
Man, what a surge by this defense. I think he's going to be a little bit short of the first down. They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. Here comes the heat. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Nice job by the defense there. You talk about when you have your foot on the neck of your opponent, you just keep the pressure down, right? You don't take it off. And with that opportunity, a 4th down in their opponent's territory, you get the stop. You now get an opportunity here in the second half to build on your 2-possession lead.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, this quarterback has had a lot of success burning this defense with his legs. That time, though, there was nowhere to go. Give the defense credit. They won their one-on-ones up front. Tremendous speed getting to him and bringing him down for a TFL.
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, West Virginia. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UTSA will take over in the offense, ready to return to the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Roadrunners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He's got it all right. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Roadrunners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Brown wants to pass. Quarterback moving. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. It is 3rd and long. Let's see what kind of arm he's got. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And the Roadrunners will line up to punt it away. The punters have had the day off up to this point. First point of the game. It's a fake. He wants to throw. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And the pass goes incomplete, and they rise up to stop the fake punt on 4th down. Well, they got the throw off, but not much else good happened for them after that one, and they'll turn it over on downs. Got some room headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Mountaineers. And the beatdown has ensued.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my goal.
He'll bring it out. It's Brooks. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he had just taken a knee in the end zone. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the air on first down. He wants to take the top off. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. 4 wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Brown will throw it. Quarterback strolling away from Heath. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Here's a Heath. And with the pressure on him, the quarterback goes down, and we've played 3 quarters here. 1 more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Under fire. Pressure got to him, couldn't get rid of it, and they got him for a safety.
And that kind of sums up the day for this offense. I mean, nothing has really gone your way. Now you give up the safety. I'll tell you what, this team's got a lot of work to do over this next week to get better, to improve. This was a bad day.
West Virginia has it, and the offense ready to go to work. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense does.
Hits the afterburners. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Mountaineers.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Just when you think it's automatic, it's not. Extra point, no good. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it out. It's Brooks. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. UTSA takes over in the offense, ready to hit the field. Brown wants to pass. Here's the pressure. Trying to make magic with his feet. They get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Rushes on him. Buys a little time with his feet. Got him downfield. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
And that's the first time the big fella's made a play. Like, this offense is built around his dynamic playmaking ability. That's usually a big part of what they do. It's not a surprise that they're losing in the 4th quarter because they haven't gotten him involved yet.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Oh, they're after him. It's a fumble. They recover their own fumble. How in the world did the offense avoid that disaster?
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep 2 hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Needs it to keep this drive alive. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. Good spot on the field to go for it. They make it pay off. Not willing to settle for a field goal on this drive.
Yeah, and Reese, I just don't know if field goals are going to win this game, honestly. I think to win, I think you need tutties. So this offense needs to stay on the field, stay aggressive, and try and capitalize after picking up that 1st down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Moss. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Chang. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Makes a catch, converts on fourth down, he's still on his feet. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
Well, you got to love the attitude.
They fake it, and the kicker's looking to pass. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the two-point conversion. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. West Virginia has it back, ready to dive into that playbook. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great offensive game together, complete football game. They get the win. On to next week.
They've moved it to the 19, first and 10. DB's right up on the receivers. Runs through a tackle. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Well, some might think this head coach has a tough locker room speech after this one. I would suggest that he starts with, "That's just bad."
Bad. Or, as Reese Davis would say,